Hello, friends and clients of Sherwood Tax. Kristen Keats here, coming at you from Sherwood, Oregon. I wanted to give everyone an update on the latest happenings here at Sherwood Tax, our plan for the fall of 2022, and also the upcoming filing season. Even though we just finished up with our final extended returns for 2021, it's already time to start thinking about next year. So we wanted to get in front of everybody, give you guys an update of everything that is in our plans for the upcoming tax year. The first thing is I wanted to kind of get the elephant out in the middle of the room of here's all the issues that we heard from our clients this year. I want to acknowledge that the service that a lot of our clients got was not what we would have wanted for our clients at Sherwood Tax. And some of the issues that we heard is that the tax returns are taking too long. People weren't getting responses to their questions or phone calls quickly enough. They were confused about maybe who their point of contact was at the firm. Getting and sending information was difficult, and there is a lot of anxiety around, am I going to get a refund? Am I going to have to pay? There's all these new laws. There's all, I get all these updates, and I'm not sure what my personal tax situation is. And so my message to our clients is that we heard you. And I wanted to let you in on some of the things that are happening in the tax world that informed what some of the service issues were that we had at our firm and firms across the country were having as well. Basically, a lot of, in the last 2 years with COVID and other things that have happened, really politics and everything else, we've had a ton of changes to tax legislation. The forms have changed. One of my friends in the industry referred to it as March-ternity for 2020. Like we did not have a stop to the tax season that started in 2020. We've basically been on a marathon since then to try to keep up with all the changes, to make sure that all the returns that we are doing are correct, and try to sometimes get ahead of it with our clients so we can plan around all these changes that are happening. So a lot of what that meant is that every tax return that we touched was taking 2 to 3 times longer than it ever had in the past. So while we were able to serve a certain number of clients in the past, that number has gone down by 2 to 3 times just because the amount of time that it takes to serve those clients. And on top of that, we have had, like a lot of other businesses, we have had our own share of staffing shortages. We, have had people that have left the firm. We have not been able to replace those positions. So we are in the position where we need to really right-size the firm to be able to serve the clients that we have. In addition to that, the demand from new clients has gone way up because there's a lot of preparers out there that, because the baby boomers are retiring, a lot of folks are getting out of the industry. Not many folks are coming into the industry. So it really, really puts a lot of pressure on us, the remaining tax preparers, to kind of serve the clients that are out there. But we want to be really specific about the clients that we want to serve, and we want to serve them in a way that everybody can feel good about. So what are we going to do about it? So my mission overall is to bring joy to accounting. So that's been something that's been lacking. We want joy on the client side. We want your interactions with us to be joyful. And I know that tax is not always a joyful thing, but if we can at least make it more palatable, understandable, if you feel like you have an ally with your tax situation, then that's what we want to be for you. We also want to bring joy for our team. So that means our team needs to have a good work-life balance. We need to get our exercise and have good nutrition and get our rest so that we are fully functional and present to be able to bring the best level of service to our clients. And the way that we're planning on doing that is we get away from hourly billing, because we feel like it brings uncertainty to the clients. It puts pressure on us. As much as possible, we want to bring a fixed fee arrangement, or really what we're going to refer to from now on as a membership to Sherwood Tax, to our clients. You're going to know what to pay. You're going to pay. You're going to know what to expect from us. And then that way it'll really reduce that anxiety going forward. Here's a list of our core values. By the way, in this email, there's going to be a blog post accompanying that. So if you want some of the details on more in-depth of that, you can go ahead and read that blog article. I don't want to take up too much time on the video with that. I would rather talk about what our plan is for the future to make sure that we're addressing these issues and giving you the best possible experience as our client going forward. So our plan is an elevated level of service. We have a new system called SafeSend. I know that one of the complaints that we get is our Smart Vault portal is infuriating sometimes. It's another password to learn. It's another code. It's all the kind of things that get in the way of just you viewing your tax return. We've had a really good success. We beta tested it toward the end of the year with this delivery system called SafeSend, so I think everyone will like it. The other rub that we have gotten is that maybe people don't know what information to provide. They think they've provided it, but we say we don't have everything we need. There's all this back and forth. We're going to provide a fillable organizer that's going to be based on your prior year tax return. So it'll basically serve as a checklist for what we're going to need to do your tax return. And on request, we're going to have a concierge service available. So sometimes these things are hard. Does Sherwood Tax need this? Do you not? I don't know where to get this form. We will have a helper to kind of help you through getting all your documents together and making sure that your tax return is going to be complete. Because I know the one thing that we want to help you avoid is getting that dreaded notice letter from either the IRS or a state agency. So we want to try to prevent that as much as possible. The other thing that we're adding is what we're calling a tax roadmap. So what we heard is that because people aren't sure, do I owe money? Am I going to get a refund? Am I paid in? Is there going to be penalties? We want to get ahead of that, and we want to start doing that now. So in order to really plan ahead and know at least a ballpark of where you're going to land, we want to put together a tax roadmap. So that requires us meeting with you and talking to you before even the year ends so that we have a really good understanding. Because one thing we've noticed about our clients is you guys are busy. You guys make a lot of changes throughout the year, and sometimes we don't know about them until we go to file the tax return. Or sometimes we don't even know about them when we do file the tax return and we find out about it too late. So we want to get ahead of that. We want to have regular conversations with you so that we know what's happening in your lives and we can help navigate how that affects your tax situation. So really what we're aiming for is a year-round support so that you, again, we're getting away from hourly billing. So that means you can pick up the phone and call us if something comes up. We can talk it through at the time that it's happening rather than waiting until it may be too late to do anything about it with your tax situation. We also want to get your work done sooner. And we believe that by having this year-round support, that will enable the return getting completed sooner because we will be able to get the information more quickly. For our business owners, that means that we're helping you get your bookkeeping in line prior to the end of the year. Honestly, that's a lot of what holds us up on these business returns is just getting the accounting records in the shape that we need them to prepare the return. And then that way, filing the tax return is not even a big issue anymore because you already know what your tax is. You already know, whether we're filing an extension or not, and you'll know what those payments are going to be, or potentially a refund. The other thing is that we want to create space so that we can respond to the questions that you have during the year. We know that if you did get a letter from the IRS, if you did have a question that comes up, a lot of times you need access to your tax professional to help you guide you through some decisions that need to be made. So we're building in responses to our packages that we are putting out to our clients. Again, simplified portal. We're still going to have Smart Vault. All of your documents long-term will live in Smart Vault. For example, your source documents, things like that, we can always go and retrieve those. But we have really liked how easy it is to deliver your tax returns. We're going to be delivering organizers through SafeSend. We'll have more information about that as we roll it out during tax season, but just wanted to give you a heads up that we heard you. Smart Vault's not always the best thing, so we found a better way, and we really hope you enjoy it too. The other thing is that we found is that sometimes you need to do planning, scenario planning. So for example, maybe you want to do a Roth conversion. Maybe you're thinking of selling your business. There's things that you may make business decisions based on how that situation will affect your tax bill, pretty much. So we're going to be planning on that throughout the year. And so you'll see in a moment, I'll pull up what our packages are. So we'll have regular touch points throughout the year that we can be going in and evaluating these different scenarios for you. So here's an example of what I mean by a roadmap. So we believe that having something like this will kind of bring down the anxiety level for our clients because we're telling you for each month of the year what the action items are, what this means, kind of the definition, what the due date is. We'll also have a column in there if there is a payment due. If there's some action that you need to take, we'll make that very clear what the dollar amount is and when that is due. So at any time during the year, you can pull this up and say, okay, you know, it's March, I haven't heard from Kristen, but it looks like I don't have anything to do. I paid my first quarter estimates. I know my tax returns are in process, and Kristen will tell me when my next quarterly estimate is due. So this will, I hope, really kind of give some expectations for our clients to be able to know what's next. Some of the examples that we get, in case you're wondering, like, why would I need year-round support with my tax preparer? A lot of times what we're finding is that it's not good enough. It's not good enough for us. It's not good enough for you, for us to just take numbers and put them on a tax form for you. We don't feel like that really provides any value to our clients. And a lot of times what we're finding, and what you deserve, is if you have questions about that form, or if things, like I said, are coming up during the year, you want to be able to have a professional that you can call and get advice. So for example, tax notices. For example, maybe you use an accounting software that you need some support around that and using that. Maybe you need to set up a retirement plan, or know what the effect of contributing to that retirement plan will have on your tax situation. All of these things are issues that come up throughout the year. And one of the things I like best is to help build a team around you that may not just include your tax professional. If you have a financial planner that you work with, or you need an attorney, or you need insurance, you need something else, we can help build a team for you that we can all just come behind you and support you for what your whole financial needs are, and not necessarily just the tax piece of it. Because we realize that for some people and business owners, we're the main professional that they're talking to. They're not necessarily talking to an attorney every year, or maybe they have not had a financial planner before to help them plan for retirement and get some of the tax benefits that are out there for that. So we want to make sure that you have access to all those, and that you're aware of the potential tax impact that those relationships can have. So then the question, of course, I knew was going to come up. Does this cost more than a basic return? And the answer is yes, because again, we don't want to just be that person who's putting numbers on a form for you. You can get that at, you know, if you walk into Walmart, there's a tax preparer there that can do that for you. We're not that person. And so if you're just wanting a firm that will put numbers on a form, we're not going to be the firm for you. However, if you want that feedback, if you want that year-round relationship, if you really want to have that higher level of service, then that's why we're building these packages here at Sherwood Tax. So here's an example of the packages. These are prices that are the starting at prices. This is going to be for a basic return. So for example, if you have 15 rental properties, we'll need to build out what that package will look like for you, and we can give you a customized quote for your specific tax situation. But I knew that this would be something that I wanted to get in front of our clients, to know what the different packages are, so that you can make a decision going into next year what you want your relationship with Sherwood Tax to look like. This package summary will be linked in the email, so you can come back and refer to it. And then we're going to ask you to go ahead and let us know what package you want to opt into, so that we can go ahead and start preparing for the upcoming season. So here's a general overview of what these packages include. Our bronze package is your basic tier 1 package. That means we're going to be just preparing your returns. You're going to get to use our Safe Send delivery system. That means we get electronic signatures from you, electronic delivery of the tax return. So that means you don't have to come into our office. We can offer a paper return if you still want that, but for security purposes, we always feel better if it's behind a little bit of a security wall there. Our standard email response time is going to be up to 3 business days. So what that means is if you have a question, we will get back to you. We want to make sure that all of our clients are supported year round. It won't necessarily be the same day. Me or someone on my team will get back to you within 3 business days. And then when we deliver your return, we'll do a walkthrough via a Loom video, which is what this is. So what you're seeing right now, we'll go through your return. We'll try to address any changes or things that we see being made. And then this will also include what we call safe harbor estimates. So if it looks like you're going to owe tax for the upcoming year based on the prior year, we go ahead and set up those estimated tax payments for you. And we explain that when we go through the return delivery with you. The next step up is our silver package. So that's everything in the last package. Plus, we fill out a power of attorney form for you. So what that means is that if you got a notice from the IRS, we also get a copy of that notice, and we're able to do some investigation on our side of things to find out what happened. We can respond to the IRS on your behalf. We can get transcripts for you. It just kind of gives us more visibility on your tax account, which we found that clients appreciate that, because I feel like this is one thing that induces panic in our clients, is getting that letter from the IRS or letter from the state saying that, you owe money, or even if you don't. Sometimes those are just confusing, and so we want to try to eliminate that. We'll give you a mid-year update to your estimated tax. So we find that, especially for business owners, things change during the year. Even for, highly compensated individuals, maybe your employer issues you stock options and you want to know, if I exercise that, what would the impact be? Anything like that comes up throughout the year, we can meet with you sometime during the year to update your tax situation as needed. You get a little bit faster response time with us. If you email or phone call with a question, you got about 48 hours that we would get back to you within. That'd be the longest, is about 2 business days. And then we can have an in-person meeting or Zoom, if desired, not required, for your return delivery. But again, we find that a lot of questions pop up as folks are reviewing the return, so sometimes it's helpful just to be able to have a meeting when we deliver that tax return. And then our top tier is our gold package. So this would be everything that I described before, in addition to what I referred to earlier as our concierge service. So that would be assistance with gathering your documents, really having a person hold your hand through, when you get all that stuff in the mail, making sure that we get the information that we need to get that uploaded to our document manager so that we can prepare your returns. I called it Trellis here. That's not right. It's actually, we'll go into our smart vault. But we're going to update your estimated taxes on a quarterly basis. So if you're in a situation where things change a lot from you from quarter to quarter, or even you just want to have a check-in because, you're busy and you want to make sure that we're keeping up to date with everything that's going on in your life, we have quarterly check-ins for that. And then if you do work with a financial planner, we will plug into those year-end meetings with you as well, to make sure that the tax piece is taken into account, as you're meeting with maybe your wealth advisor, financial planner person. And then we will respond to you within 1 business day as part of the gold package. Our business clients. So all the packages I just described, those are for our individual clients. Our business clients, we are also wanting to engage with on a year-round basis. So that means we're no longer going to be serving business clients where we just prepare a tax return and we only see you once a year. We're going to need to engage with you at least a couple times during the year. And we're going to need to make sure that your, accounting system is what it needs to be. We give you the tax roadmap. We give you a client manager that will be dedicated to you so that you will have that ongoing relationship here at Sherwood Tax. And that way you're getting this kind of ad hoc support throughout the year as questions come up. We will also include the concierge service for our business clients that are on a year-round package with us. So if you're not already, again, we're going to have you fill out that form and we will make an appointment to get a quote put together for you for a service that will meet your needs throughout the year. So what's next? Please fill out the form. That's the best way to let us know how you want to interact with us in the upcoming season. We will be reaching out to you. We can review what services we have done for you in the past, come up with the best package that we think for you, and we will get a proposal out to you to start in November, December, to really start plugging in, meet with us, or connect with us in some way prior to the end of the year. And then we'll be ready for our hustle season starting in January 2023. Wanted to give you some resources also. If you have further questions, make sure that you have bookmarked our website. We're putting information up there all the time. If you don't already subscribe to our newsletter, please do that. You can do that by emailing cpa@sherwoodtax.com, request to be put on our newsletter. Check out our Facebook page and LinkedIn. We have announcements about just what's been going on at the firm on those social media spots too. So here are our team members going into this filing season. There's me. There's our other client manager, Kelly. We have Sarah Logue here in the Sherwood office. She's a tax preparer. We've got Jennifer, who probably all of you know as our fantastic office manager here. We have Stephanie, our longest term Sherwood tax employee. She's up in Washington now, but she serves her clients remotely and she does a fantastic job. We have Chrissy, who's not pictured, but she's in our admin support team. And then we have Ruby, who is our office mascot and Director of Emotional Support. So you will probably see Ruby if you come into the office and interact with us. We also have our team in Guadalajara, Mexico. We've got Lizbeth Mendoza, Julia Velez, Claudia Orozco, and Ellie Uribe. They are our fantastic support team of tax preparers, admin, bookkeepers. They are amazing, and so you might see them on emails, so I wanted to make sure you guys had faces to go with the emails. So that's it. That's my update. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. If you can just please take the time, review all the information that's included in this email, think about what the best package will be for you, and then feel free to reach out if you have any questions. And we thank you for being loyal clients of Sherwood Tax, helping us to weather this very difficult year. And we're hoping that we know our plans will make it 2023 the best year we've had in a while. So we're looking forward to it with the clients that want to share that with us. So thank you.